Rocket. Check it. You ready?
Yeah, you hear my farts?
I hear you. Grumpy OGs, Hannibal Heck, Eddie the Ass Eater. We're here with one of our fucking peoples. This is my brother. This is a legend. I like to say Miami legend, even though he's just fucking all over the world legend, but he is the man.
The real Carroll City motherfucker right here.
I like to argue a lot. I like to talk shit, and when we're in the room together, we just button heads. We're like, he's like the chocolate version of me. He think he talk more shit than me, but we bump heads a lot. But that's my bro, and it's all love. No, you really good.
You're like half Puerto Rican.
And when he's adamant about his statement, he won't shut the fuck up. My boy Skamz2 is in the motherfucking building.
What's up?
Everything's up, brother. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad we got you on here.
Yes, finally, long overdue.
Yeah, you've been with us on one of these before earlier, and we had some technical difficulties, and I'm not gonna say exactly what happened there. I'm glad you made it. Everything's all love.
The drunk chaos.
Yes, sir.
That's how it usually is in the crazy head.
It's true.
It's what it is. Without that, it's pretty boring.
Like and it's always interesting being like the one sober dude in the room.
Right. I've always said I've never seen him never do nothing.
Not even in your teenage years, I
mean, some
St. Ives,
just weed and shit.
Alcohol, like in Jamaica, like I remember, they let me try beer when I was little, right? And I was just like, this shit is nasty.
Red Stripe?
Like, why the fuck y'all
Red
drink
Stripe?
this? Was it Red Stripe? Probably a Red Stripe or Heineken or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Probably a Heineken.
Probably a Heineken.
But I was just like,
that
resonated with me. I was like, this is nasty. I wasn't even mildly curious about beer after that. But on top of that, like, my folks, they ain't really drink like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe a little if it's a little party or something. But
yeah.
It wasn't nothing I grew up around like that.
So never with the Jamaican rum either? Like,
no, there's always a bottle of J. Ray and Nephew in my house.
Oh, I'm pretty
sure.
But
do you drink it?
No.
I
put it in ice cream.
Get the fuck out of here.
I've had it like that before.
Yeah, you made...
The rum raisin?
Yeah, it's like rum raisin without the raisins.
Facts. That's the only time I ever had that.
Almost any ice cream.
Only time I ever had rum raisin was with Jamaicans.
Yeah, dog. You little apple pie, warm that bitch up, put that shit, little cinnamon, little nutmeg, whatever the fuck you want to put on that bitch.
Just a couple rum.
Bangy.
Rum in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe it. On it. I believe it.
And then you can get the Appleton Gold.
He'll OD. He fucking put a whole fucking. He'll soak that bitch.
I put it in a bowl so I can just
suck it up.
Yeah.
Liquefy that hoe.
With vanilla.
And for those who don't know, we just fucking talked about this 25 seconds ago. You always crazy hood family, dog. Like, for real.
Yes,
like,
if y'all didn't know, he's official crazy hood.
It's been hella years that we've always had respect for you. We've always, anywhere we're with you, we chilling. You already know.
I think it was around COVID, and I came through, and everybody was like, "Scam!" And I was like,
"Yeah, man."
And I was like, "Damn."
You a legend, kid.
I was like, "Yo, I've known these guys for like over 20 years."
A long time. You was in our original studio, my G. Come on.
Because you guys, like, you guys have like, we was in school stories.
That's all
like that.
For years we have that.
Yeah, we got.
That's
that,
how we met.
But still, like you got us, or we started hanging out with you like after the whole high school.
Right after, a couple after.
Not too much longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like not too much after.
It was a little after, but not too much.
Yeah, we've known you for a long ass time. First time I ever met you was in our studio. Out of the 3 or 4 songs that me and you have ever been together on, it's always with multiple motherfuckers, 6, 7 MCs, and it's either you before me or right after me. Every fucking song. Every time I listen to it, I always hit it. I'm like,
not the one off Another Time.
Yes, it is. Yes, I promise you. You're first, and I go right after you.
No, but
I'm not first.
I'm not. No. I'm talking about just between me and you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But he was on other joints with you, know.
Every song he's on with me, it's multiple MCs.
Oh, on the FOTs, I was right after you. He's
right before me or right after me. There was 7 MCs or 6 MCs on every time we rhyme, and me and him are always back to back.
But yo, man,
it's so fucking funny.
I ain't gonna lie, like FOTs, that was fun. Like we all followed the Miami Dade.
Shit came out dope as fuck.
Nobody had nothing beforehand. Right. Beats playing, write your shit.
But everybody understood the concept. You dig?
That's the dopest way to do a joint.
Everybody understood though what we were on that day, so that was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was.
But just to have like all the MCs in the room,
that was dope as fuck. That was dope as fuck.
Like, they don't. That's no more. Like
that don't happen. Yeah,
it's hard. You know what I mean?
MCs don't even be in the same room making a song together.
I think it's hard. I just think since it's not being done or it's not like asked,
I think,
or is it lazier because it's not analog?
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. Like, you know what I mean? Like you take somebody like Shotty. You know what I'm saying? A Shotty, you probably do it, but Shotty got the business.
Yeah.
Got the family.
No, for sure.
And a lot of guys, like if they got kids. And
I'm in the same boat.
So it really, sometimes it'd be like, okay, they really be prioritizing
Facts.
And a lot of guys got home setups.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's
I think
1,
that's
2, 3.
what makes it easier. You got home setup, you lay it down, send it out, and done.
You know what I mean?
So, but real quick,
think you catch a better vibe.
Just because we vibe, I met you in Miami, but obviously you're not born in Miami. I know that. Your music, I'm asking the question and speaking for you. Your music, when you started, you didn't start in Miami rapping.
I did.
Yeah, that was your origin?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't listen to rap at all.
Really?
I grew up off like metal and punk. I didn't get into rap till like junior high and high school.
Metal and punk.
I was a skater.
What happens, Eddie?
I was a skater, and that's majority of what was in skate videos.
Is those
like back then, because they didn't really use like big songs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would, but it would be because the mecca of skateboarding was like Southern California.
Right.
So it was a lot of guys knew groups that were in punk groups and this type of thing. So that's what we related back to the when we would get hyped to go skate, like it would be those songs. And a lot of times they were groups like you never heard of.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of times those groups never got signed. They never even the shit we was hearing in videos was like demos. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing it growing up, like I would hang out with, because rap was not as dominant as it became at the time.
At the time.
Remember, like you think back junior high, whatever, like, Headbangers Ball was on TV.
On MTV and all that shit, right?
You name it. It was like endless. That's what we saw most of the time. So,
Facts.
So that was the vibe. And I'm aggressive. Like when it comes to music, like I like aggression. I like hard shit. Yeah. So that spoke to me. I didn't grow up off like fucking Isley Brothers and shit like that. And do not mistake me for not saying that it's no great music.
Facts. It's not what you grew up on.
But it doesn't speak to me in the way that it might speak to someone else.
Facts. Was your mom like playing those like Isaac Brothers?
My mom, when we got to America, I think Luther Vandross's album had dropped like the day we got into the States. And man, she used to run that. She used to run that when she would clean.
I'm sure everyone did back then.
I know those songs, and I've never listened to any of them on my own volition. You know what I'm saying?
They in your head though.
Did it stick with you?
No, it has a place in me because
but when you hear it, but like like in your car,
I hear it. I think now like the more I know about the craft of making music, like it's a lot of stuff I go back to now, and I'll be like.
Okay. You
I'll be like, I see why
Facts.
This resonated with people the way it did. Like, I never used to understand like people's fascination with Tupac. And he had a couple songs I liked.
That's my answer too. I'm not a huge Pac fan, but I was about 4 or 5 songs that I really like.
A few songs though, but I was like,
Hail Mary. You said a couple I really like.
But the more I got into, I'm big into inflection and delivery and shit like that. So I believe that even if someone might not speak your language, through your inflection, they should kind of have an idea of the ballpark you're in emotionally.
Right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went overseas, that's one of the things people would say to me all the time is, one, I hear everything you're saying, and two, I feel everything you're saying.
2 dope ass fucking answers.
That's ill when you say I feel.
And it's not a thing that people focus on here.
Right.
I don't hear it. Like obviously because the language is the first language here, so people are just like, yo, fire. They get the line, oh, the hook's catchy, oh, that beat is hard.
Right.
Like those are the first go-tos when they're assessing a song.
Right.
But over there, the appreciation for the art, not just musical art, visual art, just like Berlin, like they're very like respect for graph. You know, they got shit over there. Like if you cross out somebody's name or whatever and they find you, yo, you owe them some cans.
That's great.
And I was like,
not a beat down.
That's crazy.
Give me some cans.
If you don't get them cans, then get beat down. Or at least that's what I heard. So
that's dope.
But so the more I got into that, And obviously, you see what someone like M is very like the emotion that is conveyed through that.
Right.
So, and I would get the Tupac references because of my vocal tone when, like, if I do something melodic.
You did have a little Tupac.
Oh no, I get it all the time.
Yeah, facts.
And some people are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you." Offend me? If I can sell a fraction of what Tupac sold, I'm
give me 2%.
good.
Words.
So, and he had a background in theater.
Right.
So my
Super
theory
theater.
is
He's been
that
a
also
theatric
had
kid all his life.
He could convey the emotion musically.
Yeah, okay.
And people are
I
hearing
never
it.
thought of it like that.
Yeah.
They're hearing it and they're feeling it.
Yeah.
And he's not a punchline guy. So
he's not a
everything he's
puncher.
saying is like some applicable shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But the feeling in all his lines, you could tell he means that shit.
Right.
And that's the
and
difference. That means a lot, man.
That was one of the big differences, like being a Miami dude going to New York.
Yeah.
Back then, they'd be like,
Always.
Yeah, man. You from Florida, son?
You gonna do that?
No, son. Only New York niggas can rap, son.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whatever. We just had to go at it in the street.
We lived that same era. Fucking crazy.
And
that's because they were the Mecca, so they figured,
But the biggest difference is with what people was doing was, I feel like in that era, 90s, the golden era, raucous, that time, a lot of the guys I noticed were focused on saying something no one else said. Or saying some really crazy shit.
Yeah.
Not, is this pleasurable? Does this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was purely, it was a different arena.
Thanks.
But when I come back home, it's not so focused on the craziest punchlines, but it was all about rhythm and presence.
Yeah, presence for me is big.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, I used to watch Shadow battle dudes in school with the same rap. I watched him beat so many people with the same rap.
Right.
Half the time, he never even had to get to a second rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just, his presence was just like, and he'd be like in people's faces. Like,
Yeah, I love Shadow. But you know who I say when it comes to presence, who I always bring for my example about presence, it's like Nori. He ain't the most lyrical ass MC in the world, but you put him on the track with 8 MCs, you'll remember Nori was on that song.
His personality is always
presence
going to
is there.
be.
He got presence like a son of a bitch.
And that, you know what I
it
mean?
counts.
That's always an argument with people that are just, whatever side of the fence they're on, they're like, this is my side of the fence.
Yeah.
So the guys that are all about, you're not being lyrical, whatever.
Right.
And out there during the 50th hip hop thing, there were conversations about, like, I was on a panel. I was the only person that didn't speak German on this panel, so they would like have this very spirited dialogue, and they'd be like, oh wait, let's talk to the guy that only speaks one.
Talk to the American.
The guy that only speaks one language.
Right.
And I was trying to keep up, but I could tell by the inflection. I kind of have an idea of the ballpark they were in.
Right.
And, so I go back to the whole respect thing. This guy's like, the kids aren't even sampling. Don't you think that's messing it up? And I'm just like, I was like, what are you talking about? They sample all the time. They just don't get sued.
Yep.
They're on Splice. They're on this. They're getting royalty-free sample packs. They're sampling all day, every damn day.
Right.
Then they talk about what's real. What do you mean what's real? Like, motherfucker, listen to Jay-Z. They be like, Jay-Z on that bullshit. He talking about buying buildings. That's what he does.
What he does.
It's real.
Just because you can't relate
Buying
to it.
blocks.
Yo, every one of these albums of Jay-Z, he's taking you on a period of his life.
His certain life.
I'm
right.
not here to attest to how real anything is or isn't. I don't know, but I see.
But you would think a billionaire is buying buildings.
I mean,
So
you see,
let's go there. No, what I'm saying is that's what he's rapping about.
Yeah.
How could you say that's some bullshit? There's a fucking billionaire. Even if it was bullshit or not, we would not know, but I would assume it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So.
but so then, I bring up the comparison. I say, listen, Taylor Swift could write a song about a family member passing,
Right.
and to you, it's straight bubblegum. Mm-hmm. That could be the most gut-wrenching thing she's ever wrote.
Right.
Her fans might punch you in the face if you talk bad about that song.
Facts.
But all you heard was a different kind of musical accompaniment,
Yep.
and you ruled it off and said it wasn't real.
It wasn't real.
I said real is subjective.
Fact.
You know what I mean? You
Right.
look at MC Hammer.
What?
he's right.
He,
But-
right, but
but-
how many people did he feed?
Yeah.
What he did, personal level, dope.
Right.
Music, yeah.
But
there was a certain genre who didn't think he was. They liked him. He sold millions of records regardless.
Just like Vanilla Ice.
Not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But so, like I said, when I started going down these rabbit holes of what makes certain artists speak to certain people, what I look at MC Hammer now, and I'm like, I don't have the guts to wear the genie pants. But man, that's kind of crazy.
That was his shit.
But dog, he wore it. He was like,
yeah,
bro, my head, the glass, yeah.
That's my shit. The gazelles and all, that's my shit, right?
And I was like, you know what? I respect that.
You know what? I didn't even go about what he wore. I'm just his songs,
what he's saying,
music.
Yeah. He wasn't a gangster rapper. He wasn't a street rapper like that. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't. You don't relate to that shit. Is what
I think the only song he got dope was that "Turn the Mother Out." His mother down.
And
I think that's the only song he got that's dope.
Right. And if I compare that to your life, it's not so relatable to your life, and you'll still dance to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just some things that move.
But that's the purpose that song serves. It's not
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, it's not for me to relate to my life.
It's not for me. Right.
You know what I mean? It's like.
But since you were overseas for the 50th anniversary, and you've seen how they celebrated here in the United States, how different is it overseas? Because from our experiences when doing the coming home videos, and going to all the coming home movies and going to other countries, those countries look at us like we don't even make hip hop no more. We bozo, fucking just straight business.
Well, okay, you gotta imagine this. You gotta imagine this, and this is what I
the convo had to have been different.
I had to come to grips with. Everybody got their own hip hop journey.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The way something's going to develop regionally is like, boom, you take us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody from down here was getting deals in New York. You know what I mean? So we did our own shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Atlanta did their own shit. That's how we got the Outkast.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Now New York is Atlanta. Yeah, I'm sorry. So it is what it is.
So, over there, I'm a guest. I'm a guest in the house, and it's a lot to take in because Europe is like these mats. It's like France here, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, so on and so forth. And even within that, like even within just Germany, Frankfurt got its own scene, Hamburg got its own scene, Berlin got its own scene, and then boom, even deeper, you got some dude here, he might be an African refugee. You know what I'm saying? And he got, there's one dude we seen, I forgot what his name was, but albino dude, and I think he was from Frankfurt or something, and killing it. Like, a lot of triplet flow stuff. Stage show was super live. I didn't understand a word. And this guy was like, I was like, well, it's not German. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it sounds African. How many languages do they speak in Africa?
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Every country in Africa has a different
language. But it's a room full of people. And I know a lot of them, while a lot of people out there speak multiple languages, I don't think they know many African languages, but there were people out there of many different ages all coming watching the same people. The age thing is not a thing there like that. I didn't get to hang out with a lot of young artists or whatever have you, but I think the biggest thing is they listen to the music and they're not here. They're not interacting with the people. They don't get to see who's full of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we do. You've had to deal with them when they come to town.
Right.
Like you've had to work with them. And he was like, oh, that guy's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Over there, they don't know.
They don't know.
They get to make it whatever they want it to be.
Right.
So it's as real as they want it to be. The way they perceive certain artists and certain things. And I'm not here to dispel whatever image you got of somebody, even if I know them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you enjoy that motivates you, I ain't here to take that away from you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's an uninformed development in a way. But it leads them to their own inspirations and things. And I think at one point it was a thing where, like, if you wanted to be bubbling out there, you had to do it in English.
Mm.
And then eventually it got on to the thing where it's like, okay, now we got our own shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of German MCs. And then some people even have different philosophies. They don't like to hear a German MC and an English MC on the same track. in their native languages, mixing it together. It's either all German or all English. And then you have artists from other countries that can do rap in both languages. But if he's, let's say, Danish, because I was in Copenhagen, if he's Danish and he's doing English, wow, I might listen to be like, oh, hey, that's pretty good. They're like, nah.
Right.
But I could come with some English shit and they be like, fire.
That's what it is, right?
And they're like, yo, but
that's
but
crazy.
It's a weird little thing. And I'm not saying everybody's like that, but I talked to a couple people and that was the what I got from them.
Right.
So I was like, oh, it's all these little nuances. And that's the beauty of going out there and like really talking to people and picking it up. But there's just a great appreciation, man. Sometimes I go somewhere and somebody be like, oh, whatever, and I'm like, damn,
it's dope.
Yeah,
it's dope. It's dope when someone fucking recognizes what you put your blood, sweat, and tears into. But since you said earlier that you was more influenced off the metal scene and rock scene when you were younger, then who was the first probably or group MC that made you say I can do that and I'm gonna do that?
It wasn't even like that. It was like all right. So I'll tell you a funny story. So boom, I had to have been like in junior high. So I used to be at the 163rd Street Mall all the time. So it was a little group. I think they used to be called like Bantu Nation, and there's a bunch of cats. But one of them, Stage McLeod.
Oh yes, Sid McLeod.
Oh, from
he taught me what an 8 count. He taught me what a 4 count was. Like he was one of them dudes, like the New York dudes ciphering in the mall, and I just used to be like, yo, that's cool. Like, wow, like I could never imagine myself doing that. And then I was like, yo, I want to learn how to do that. But I only wanted to learn how to do that as another form of self-expression, just kind of for me.
Right.
And I would write raps, and I was like, yo, and I had to come to him and be like, yo, man, I write the raps, and they rhyme, but they don't go to the beat. And he's like, did you do it to a 4 count? I was like, it was a 4 count. And he's like, and I was like,
Nori said the same thing.
He didn't know here.
Nori didn't know how to count either.
Yo, that opened the door like, oh, snap.
It's funny as fuck.
So when I started, I was just, it wasn't anybody in particular, but when I started really getting into lyrics, I was like, the first people I got into was like Redman and Common. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it for me was always
good start.
It was listening to it. There was a lot of stuff I didn't get at first because I never listened to anything that was that dense. Mm-hmm. Everything I knew at the time was from the radio, like when I was a kid, like Fresh Prince and
the Hammers and them. I got you.
Fat Boys and whatever. And it was like, okay, now we get with lyrics. Like I would listen to it again, and then I would catch something I didn't catch the first time.
Thanks.
And with someone like Common and like early Common, Can I Borrow a Dollar?
One of my favorite albums.
I could listen to that album right now.
One of my favorite albums.
I know that album backwards and forwards. And I'll be like, oh shit. I never knew that. I'll be listening to something like maybe I listen to Raekwon and
his metaphors were so ill back then, like if you had to hear it 5 times to catch all of them.
But even then, like, there'd be some references to like something on TV or something like that, and I might watch the show one day and
be like, "That's what he's talking about."
Like,
oh, that's what that motherfucker talking about.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So that was my early thing, and I was really into that, and I just wanted to know everything I could about underground.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So when I went to New York, I got shoeboxes full of college radio tapes, and I just. Whoever was unsigned hype or quotable of the month, like you know what I mean. I was on it, you know.
Yeah, facts.
That's how like you got kind of like connected or tied in with Eminem.
Nah, that was my cousin introduced me to this guy Rick Posada. Rick Posada was Busta Rhymes and Old Dirty Bastards, and like when they were like at their apex, you know, Put Hands Where My Eyes Could See and Shimmy Shimmy and all that. And I had some instances where, remember that group, Rotten Rascals?
Yeah. So
I did that logo for Rotten Rascals, and I didn't know nothing about Photoshop back then. So they, Vinny and them sent it to some dude. Like, they just hired him to digitize the work. Bro, this dude took my signature off the shit.
No.
Like, kind of fucked the art up. put his name on it.
Oh,
full page ads in the source.
Wow.
And people were like, "Yo, I seen your shit in the source, but it wasn't your shit." And I was like, "What?" I seen that. I was like, "What?" So incidents like that and some other stuff people. Because, when you deal with the major labels, like you submit something and you wait to see about the process, or if you fuck around and you don't go directly through the label, you go through an artist, you never know. An artist might go take the art and be like, yeah, it's all good. And I had something like that. And so he was like, yo, you need like Paul's a lawyer. Paul, I don't know if he practices law now, but he can,
Right. And
so he linked me with him. And Paul was trying to get the word out about him. So I heard the stuff, and I was like, yo. Because, I heard him say, he said, oh, you finna get stuck stolen snuff. I said, what? I ain't never heard nobody who wasn't from Miami say that. And so I was just kind of like, I was intrigued. I was like, oh, what's this? And I thought it was fire, you know what I'm saying? I knew he was white from when I heard it. But I was just like, yo, this is dope.
Right.
And the way I am, if it's dope, I just push it on to whoever. Hey, this is dope.
Can you do something?
You know what I mean? Like, check it out. That's it. I'm not keeping score on no shit or nothing like that. I just think dope shit need to find its own level.
Right.
That's it. So that's how that started. And when so we got to, I gave it to Bobbito, gave it to Mayhem, from Martin Moore Mayhem. Some of the other key underground college radio stations. Me and AL gave it to Riggs, and Riggs did the Unsigned Hype.
Yeah, Riggs Morales.
Yeah, and we just clicked and we was hanging, and that's kind of.
And you was drawing way before you was, thought about rapping and shit like that, right?
Oh yeah. I've been drawing since I was like maybe like 4 or 5.
Yeah, so you had that already.
Yeah, it was one of those things like the first time I really that I can consciously remember saying, let me try to do this. Like, right. It came out pretty good. I was like, well, I thought it was pretty good at the time. And then I was like, let me try and color it. Let's see if I could do that. I had aptitude for that, and I just stuck with it.
That's how it works.
Yeah. You never turned into like going to the graffiti yet, or did you?
At the time, like when I was in New York, like back then, graffiti blew me away, man. Graffiti was like, coming from Jamaica to seeing graffiti and break dancers and all that, I was just like, what the fuck? What is this? This is insane.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
Yeah, like I used to get up.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I go to certain spots where the train might go like under the street or whatever, and I'd go post up on spots and just look for new pieces. And but I was young. I was too young, like that, and I didn't know anybody that did that. I think.
Were you Skam at the time?
Nah, man, I was a little kid. I didn't come up with Skam till like.
They gave you the name, or you came up with it?
Nah, I came up with it like junior high, and then I changed it to the SKAM2 ?
Right.
So yeah, that's how all that did. People would try to get me to do graffiti.
You never bombed. You never hit the streets. None of that.
Nah.
That's great because your letters.
Right.
All my runners.
I like this motherfucker. He's a writer. When I saw him, I said this motherfucker's a writer.
Bro, when I tell people that, it's like they looking at me like they feel betrayed. Like, you know what I mean?
You fake son of a bitch.
But I mean, could I do it? Sure.
I'm sure you could.
I'd rather have you in my black book than see you on the wall and shit. You know?
Right.
Yeah, tag my shit up.
Listen, man, my biggest thing with graffiti, and I like tagging, that's a whole nother thing. But like pieces.
Yeah, pieces.
My biggest thing is the lack of respect people have. If someone does something that's, let's say you think it's okay. Between okay and pretty good. They just come and be like, I'm gonna just throw some shit. They're gonna put a spit on your shit. And it's like, my dude, like, if you gonna do that, put something better.
Thanks.
Put something better up. Don't do that bullshit.
Thanks.
But that was just straight beef, street shit.
But
fuck this guy, Toy, you out of here.
But I'm saying, but now I don't even think it's not even that deep. People are just like, this is nice. I'm gonna write on it.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about now, man. Like, that's when the cats used to try and get me to come out. And I'll be like, yo, man, I'm going to go out there and because I'm going to try to put my all into it. And then somebody going to come along and just scribble dibble all over my shit. I'm going to be tight.
It's fucking for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be tight. And I was just like, nah, because I know them dudes. Them dudes was getting into it. They was getting it in, like beefing, getting stabbed and all that. And I was like, nah, for this.
Don't even look like it's worth it.
For this? Nah, I'm not sitting in jail for this.
I got a good. I got
tagged up and I just did.
I got a good left field, old school Jamaican question that we have to ask you because I've only wanted to ask my Jamaican anyone who's Jamaican that
jerk chicken.
So. No, even funnier.
The answer's always jerk.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm gonna say when we had Salty?
What?
When we talked about with Salty?
Oh, yeah.
He said every Jamaican has cock
stew.
Cock soup. Cock soup in the kitchen.
Oh, Maggie chicken noodle. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah, Maggie chicken noodle soup.
It's Maggie. It is Maggie.
But
it says cock
soup on it.
That's Eddie's favorite.
Yes, you had.
As in male chicken,
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's so you do have a school.
Like,
and number 2, Jamaican question. Jamaicans don't eat pussy. True or false?
Oh, shit, that's a lie.
It's a lie?
You'd be the first.
That's a lie.
Who put you on the wall?
There's plenty of Jamaicans that eat pussy.
Not that we haven't met one.
Big up the scammy and pussy.
We know a lot of them.
But you don't eat no ass.
You don't eat ass.
Bro, you're the king.
You know,
the world knows I'm the king with that. I got Jocelyn Hernandez giving me a stamp of approval on that.
Slow down.
Okay, all right.
Do you personally eat culo?
That's not the everyday occurrence. I don't know. Maybe on a special occasion. Like,
not that you eat.
maybe
Not that you eat ass.
Like a 10-year anniversary.
Not like you eat. Not like you eat ass on the regular. Like you eat tacos or something. He's just saying. Do you eat ass? Like you with your girl? You don't mind?
He said 10-year anniversary.
Yeah,
he'll eat.
Maybe like it's
I promise you, every Jamaican we've asked, none of them, not one. Not one.
Everyone they don't eat pussy.
Yo, right
none of them.
That shit is not to be taken lightly. Like I think
you can't eat everybody's ass.
You can't just go.
But not only that, like I think what happens is people watch porn and they get it twisted. They be like, oh, these guys just went straight ATM or something like that. Whoa, bro! Like there's a lot that went into that scene.
They scrubbed and everything.
Yeah, like
he had one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just
the cucumber killer
doing that kind of crazy
I'll
shit.
take the bitch that just came out of the gym and just have Victoria's Secret spray on her. I'll eat ass.
He don't mind. He'll find out what the bitch have for breakfast.
His immune system is probably like.
Oh, he got the cure for corona.
For corona,
we told Serge.
COVID, right?
Corona, COVID, same shit. I'm not talking about coronas.
Eating ass and smoking weed, you will not get. You
ain't gonna get the COVID.
You ain't gonna get it.
How you gonna get COVID? You eating a dirty ass? What's dirtier than that?
Your body is fighting those bacteria.
You're so used to it.
So it's beating up shit. So imagine a cold comes to you.
He told Serge that. He told MC Serge, and Serge said that's a good argument. You need to tell Dr. Fauci that's a good argument.
So,
and I said, I guess not really 100% on that.
I have not.
But he hasn't got sick.
I do admire like he's just so bold, but he's just like
his passion.
I eat ass, like he owns that shit.
It's
like,
what it is.
That's a crazy question for you to ask anybody sitting in this seat.
We've asked. We've done 55 interviews. We've asked all of them.
How many people was like, oh hell yeah?
A majority, not majority.
Really?
I'll say about 40%.
I say 40%.
40%.
They was like, hell yeah, I eat ass.
Yeah. Dignified with a fork and knife.
We even as women, do you like your ass getting
and
eaten?
bitches, they was like, yeah, you can fuck it, suck it, do what you want. We was like, we like you.
That's exactly what we want.
You'll be a returning guest.
You want to bend over, spread them, and just say that.
Yeah. What it is, I don't know. And that's your girl. There's nothing wrong with it. Lick her ass.
But I've had women ask that. They be like, oh.
Ask if you eat ass?
No, nobody.
Want to eat your ass.
You guys are the only people that ask that shit.
Oh, good.
They're going to eat your ass.
No ass.
Yeah, don't do that.
First question, they be like, "Oh, Jamaicans don't eat pussy." I'd be like,
"No, I swear to God, we did a survey."
That is not true.
I hope not. Jamaican women deserve that too.
I doubt that. I mean, I know that was a thing. Like Rastas.
They don't. They definitely don't eat pussy. I don't care what no one says. I know a lot. I know Rastas. None of them eat pussy. So, but yeah, your girl. We have a saying around here. If you don't eat your girl's ass, somebody else will. Okay? So, keep her satisfied, men's.
And let's get off of that for a second.
Forget about all that.
Let's get off of that. We already know.
Hit him with the question. Hit him with your favorite question.
Scamming's pussy.
Scamming's pussy and ass on occasions.
On occasion, if you're married with him for 10 years,
hit him with your question.
Yeah.
10 years. Got to 10 years.
If we reach the 10 years,
he'll eat your ass.
He'll eat your booty.
You got to
find out what you have for breakfast, boo.
Now, the next question, I'm more than positive.
I already bet on you.
You have the answer to this.
I already put my money on you.
I'm very offended.
Okay.
I'm very offended.
It's not a dumb question.
It is a dumb question to MC. To people that's in hip hop.
You got to keep the culture up.
I got to make sure you know. You know the 5 elements of hip hop?
We'll wait.
5 elements of hip hop.
We'll wait, Mr. Skater.
When we say b-boying. Break. No, that's breaking some shit. No. Graffiti.
Yeah. What do you do?
MCing.
Yep. The 5th one is always fucking debatable.
Well, still on the 4th one.
Why? I'm
still on 3 because I said b-boy and breaking the same thing.
And then you said graffiti.
You said, then you go.
Graph, MCing.
B-boying, graffiti, MCing. You know the 4. Ephesi.
Oh, DJing.
Big time.
Oh man.
The 5th.
I'm
not a dumb question.
I'm disappointed.
Not a dumb question. Not a dumb question. Beat that. You or what? What are you gonna say? The 5th one is always the most debatable. Just to let you know that.
Debatable.
I have to use that word because nowadays this new generation, their answer's way different.
Throw what you could imagine what the 5th one would be.
Right.
You got the core 4 already.
You got the core. You can't change those 4 right there.
Yeah, I'm lost.
This one's different.
Knowledge.
The original one was beatboxing, and Africa Bambaataa changed it to knowledge. Beatboxing.
Yeah, beatboxing.
Wait, knowledge is the element of hip hop?
Yeah.
Yo, how the fuck did we go from eating ass to the 5 elements of hip hop?
They all go together.
This show is so wild.
Because if you know your 5 elements, a bitch will let you eat her ass. You understand? So you better get on your homework.
Yeah,
this is how it works around here.
I'm definitely not sending my mom this interview.
Right, you shouldn't. We've had that debate too. Wait. The original 5th was beatboxing. Africa Bambaataa changed it to knowledge in the 80s.
That's nonsense.
And then now we ask the younger generation. You got to have knowledge of all that to have to know any of them. First of all,
that's an element of existence.
That's an element that you should have. Right. It's almost like common sense, no?
Again, graffiti wasn't hip hop. Graffiti was before hip hop.
It sure was.
Adopted
that attribute.
Adopted it to hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, then it
wasn't.
So the newer generation that we asked that question to, they said production. They said fashion. There was one more. I forgot what the third. But they said other ones. They didn't know what it was. And I'm not mad at that. But production is like under an element of DJing because the DJ is like the production from back in the day. Without the DJ, is the most important thing if you ask me. Without him, you don't have the music, you don't have the party, you don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, the MC came after the DJ.
I guess.
What do you?
What you got to say there?
Dissecting the 5 elements.
No, I'm thinking about how the first 3 came to my mind, and because I put the DJ out,
which is fat. But DJ should
have been the first.
One of the biggest parts of hip hop.
Well, because so many DJs I know DJ multiple genres.
No, of course. We're going to the original elements of hip hop.
It's basically the whole. I would say the DJ at the parks and shit like that. It evolved from Jamaicans.
No doubt.
That's where it
doing
started.
The sound clashes,
right?
And going at each other.
Right.
Like that's where all of that.
They all say that.
But so okay, now are we talking about in a historical sense or now?
We have to talk historical. We can't talk now. Now is a whole. Now people want to be called pronouns. We ain't talking about this fucking crazy generation. Okay, right. We talking about hip hop. This is not a hip hop generation. Just because these guys rap don't mean it's hip hop. It's just rap.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just say it was really just the 4 elements of hip hop. Then
those are the main core 4. I'm with you.
4 elements.
I ain't mad at that either.
Else you can
fill in that blank.
Fill in that blank.
Yeah. You can't have those core fours like I tell everybody, like water, H2O. Water will always be H2O. If you want Kool-Aid, you still need H2O. Just add the sugar or the coloring. But the core four will always have to be there. Yay or nay. That's what it is. That's what hip hop is. Not rapping. I'm talking about hip hop.
But all right, so here was the interesting thing for me. So as far as like, let's go back to the b-boying.
Yeah.
Shit, even the graph. It was mostly Latinos.
It was a lot of them.
Well, yes.
You know what I mean?
But a lot of
Like
people.
when I would go to those pro-ams and all that.
Right.
I damn near never see a black person on the floor.
Facts. I seen them. I seen a couple in Chi-Town.
I'm not saying none of them anywhere ever do.
Right.
No,
but a lot of them. I'm not mad at you. You know what B-boy stands? The B in the B-boy stands for?
Boricua?
Bronx boy.
Bronx boy. Oh, I said Boricua.
I'll take that too. It does now.
Bronx.
Bronx
Really? That's
boy.
what that stood for.
Yeah.
Crazy Legs, so is that.
Crazy Legs.
Bronx boy.
Yeah, dog.
And Drink Champs interview, he said
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crazy Legs said that, and I'm sure he knows his history like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, especially in the Bronx.
He was a Beach Street.
I feel
Especially in
I think
the
a
Bronx.
part of me feels like when anyone starts talking that the 4 elements of hip hop, like it's the equivalent of like Joe Biden wearing a kufi to me. Like,
Well, that's because you were. That's because you were a rock. That's because you were a rocker skater.
no, because I
You
feel
understand?
like I feel when you start with that, I feel like you're preaching to me. You preaching? You trying to tell me?
It should be.
You trying to tell me what hip hop is?
Well,
Hip hop
because-
is different for everybody.
No, we're trying to tell you that you should know what hip hop is. You're almost right.
Hip-hop
Almost
is
right.
a way of living, is a culture, right?
Right.
It's something you do.
It's not
Hip-hop
just the
is something
music.
you
All
do.
right, so
Not just the music.
If we grew up in this hip hop culture and
Right.
what we saw growing up
Right.
was breakdancing, was DJing,
Right.
was MCing,
Graffiti.
and graffiti on the wall, like
Yeah.
that's what we grew
I
up
was
seeing.
breakdancing in Chicago in '85 before I knew what the word hip hop was. Do you understand? We was doing hip hop before we knew what hip hop was.
I
So
know the
since,
elements.
since we grew up in it and we pretty much started from its infancy, we should always know what hip hop is. The lifestyle, not the music.
Well,
You understand?
Know that.
We know.
They never knew.
ran by white people.
They never knew.
The
that.
fuck are they gonna know? The Grammys. He said the Grammys. The Grammys.
The Grammys, yeah, but the Grammys is
Grammys is a whole. But people
now
don't understand.
that's
they
another
jumping on-
boat.
Now they jumping on hip hop.
Grammys is a whole different thing.
That's
Like,
another boat.
the criteria that they go off of and all that.
Yeah.
that's a whole
Who the
thing.
fuck knows what it is now? Before
But
it's record sales, who the fuck
That's
knows what it
why
is?
when you said the Biden with the Kofi and all that, that's a little stream right there.
Well, he
It
listened
was.
to listened to rock
I was being colorful.
in the
But
early
that's
hip
fine
hop
because-
days.
That's
Because
being colorful.
punk basically
Started hip hop.
helped hip hop
guaranteed.
like being
To be birthed. Facts.
BCGB or BGGB.
CBGBs.
That
Yeah.
they allowed hip hop being done in there.
In there, right?
You know what I'm saying? So
Mosh
they
pits and
was
all.
with that shit. So
Yeah, fact. That was
evolved,
facts.
or at least they were
It was a part of it.
together.
Yeah,
In a
facts.
sense to like they was helping us out too
Yeah,
to get that out because it was all about rebellion, different, doing something different.
yeah, your own sound.
You know.
And yeah, and that's also like that's like one of the core, the quintessential characteristics of a lot back then. A lot of skateboarders was like, we were not team sports people. We were not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't do well with authority, and
Exactly.
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Like, and skating was just it was every man for himself.
Facts.
I was
I
jumping
knew
in
I know a lot of
backyard in
skaters.
empty pools.
You
Like,
know who
come
Paul
on.
Shapiro was? You ever heard of that name?
Yeah.
Little Paul, #1 ranked skater in
like-
Florida.
I didn't know him that well, but
I did. I sued him because his dog bit me. But we were friends. I tried to pick him up after he was mad. I said, "Fuck you, then." That's another story.
Everybody, yeah, that was like the DTM days.
Yeah,
Downtown Miami.
good day. But I never seen a 13-year-old work a half pipe like that though, dog. Pause. He was fucking killing it. Yeah, man. 13 years old. I never seen anyone skate like that. He's the one who made me like skating.
But the funny shit was, like, I started skateboarding because I seen a black kid skateboarding.
Yeah, I knew two of them.
And
The first two I met out here, Carell and Mikey. They were skaters when I met them.
But the funny thing was, so after I got into it, because I saw a black kid skating, then I quickly learned black kids don't skate.
Yeah, right.
It was like, oh, you an Oreo.
Yeah, just
Oh,
like
you
you
want
don't.
to be a cracker. Oh, you think you white.
Right.
Like all
Nah,
that.
they
It
did
was
get a lot of
also
shit back
in the
then.
middle of Carroll City.
Well, they got a lot of shit back
So it
then.
was a little
Facts.
different.
Dog,
different
Yeah,
upbringing over
yeah, it was
there
Dog, bro.
during that time.
It was different.
Taking that 27 to go downtown to skate, woo,
Forget about it.
that was not fun.
Nah. I'm pretty sure
I always wanted to be a BMX dude.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to fucking
bust my
a mongoose with a goose neck.
About right.
Yeah.
Go to Walmart right now. They got mongoose in that motherfucker $60. I'm like, this is a mongoose. Bitch was $60. I couldn't believe it.
Bust my
the
shit.
disrespect.
That's it.
Yeah, I think I got rocked pretty hard. I tried to do this shit. Like it was in the rain too. Like there wasn't nobody around. I was like, yo, I'm gonna stand on it, put my foot on the handlebar.
Yeah, that's what you do.
And then that front bar just said.
Yep. Later.
Yep. Boom.
God.
I'm picking
I was like,
you thought you was gonna do that.
In the rain by yourself, getting hurt like that. Just had to go home.
It hurts more.
Got rocked.
It hurts more.
At least you was by yourself, and only God saw you bust your shit.
Listen, music wise though, I see you. I saw you on stage a couple days ago. Still looking 20. I like that.
All right.
Little stage present. I like that.
Stage harm.
I've always been a Skamz fan, so it's love.
Appreciate you.
But project wise, you gonna put out a project or you just putting out some music? I know you got something with Shotty now.
And put out several projects.
You gonna put out projects?
Yeah, man. I never stop. I always make music. I just don't always put it out.
Right. I know that.
Gotta cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Just gotta go.
Hide it from people. You got that out.
Can't keep digital.
Do you feel that you need to put it out now because of the lack of
no
type of music you probably want to hear, or it's not even that? Just
I feel like
it's just a time.
I spend a lot of time on my craft, and I like to think I'm pretty good at it. So it's just like, the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean, like you just sitting here.
Let someone else hear it.
You're just sitting here. Like, some people will come along and they're not part of my everyday circle. They might hear some stuff and they'll be like,
why aren't you out? I know what you were saying.
That part, you know what I mean?
Facts.
And it's just like,
and then you're like, well, see, the white devil.
No, but you know what?
You got to give him the explanation of the business.
It's that perfectionist dilemma, like because I've done stuff and this didn't get done right, and then
right.
Then the next time I tried to fix this and did this right, but then this went wrong, and I'm like, no, I don't want to waste all this good effort. I gotta get the right marketing and the publicists and this, that, and the fucking.
It's too much. You overthinking that shit.
Right.
That's overthinking.
Right.
But you're always gonna be your worst critic. So
always.
Right. So
this is what it is.
It's a matter of like, just
get it out.
Get it out.
What's gonna be your next immediate single album? Whatever it's gonna be.
Oh, me and Shotty just dropped Not a Soldier. Shotty produced it.
Shotty
dope.
Shotty produced it.
That's hard.
Okay.
He doesn't do it often, but he had the beat, and I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Yeah, let me get that."
Right.
So we did that. We got a couple other joints.
That's hard.
I got a project I started when I was in Europe called Rumschnell, which is a rum snail. That's like a pastry out there. They got like a cinnamon roll, but they got like a rum cream in the middle.
It's a snail though.
Anything got rum in it, he go fuck with. So
we got a snail.
They call it snails because
it's turned. The cinnamon
shell has a spiral.
Yeah.
Like cinnamon bun. Roll. So they got like a cinnamon snail.
Cinnamon bun. Don't snail.
Are you not
Danish.
listening?
It's in fucking
another country.
Copenhagen, man.
Copenhagen.
They say Rumschnell.
Right.
Rumschnell.
And it's like a snail with some rum in the middle.
Because shout out to Mass, like. He was just taking me because he's from out there. I met him through Ill Bill like a long time ago. Did a tap for him, and then just over the years, like he manages some really big acts out there, and he does all right for himself. So when I went out there, I was out there for a skate contest, but I linked up with him, and he had a studio, this, that, and third, and he was just like bringing producers through. Blah blah blah. Oh, you want to get in the studio with this person? Da 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 da. Oh yeah, man, you got a studio for a couple of days to yourself.
That's love.
I was just. You taking me to all the good food, and bro, you took me to that bakery, dog. It's like, oh yeah, that one's got rum. As soon as you say it's got rum in it,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Let me
bring that bitch here. I don't drink, but I love the flavor of that goddamn rum.
There's nothing like it, dog.
I know what you mean.
There's nothing like that.
You cook with it, I know.
You know what I mean? Like Irish cream too. Like this, it's such a unique, amazing flavor. Yeah,
like Bailey's shit.
Dog, I make Bailey's pancakes, dog.
That'll work.
Fire, dog. Yeah,
that's fire.
I put Bailey's in oatmeal. I put.
He said I put that shit on everything.
Bailey's on ice cream.
Like Frank's.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Yes.
I'm on your side.
I don't drink, but I will do that.
But you like the flavors. You don't care about the buzz and shit. I ain't mad at you.
Nah, man.
I ain't mad at you.
I think just kind of the personality I got and where I grew up. I just couldn't be out like impaired.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Fucking
say level-headed,
smacking people.
It was
love.
When I was in Carroll City, like a lot of the cats I was around, like they did stupid shit. They was always doing stuff, but substance abuse wasn't a thing like that. I remember there's a certain rock star that we probably have all met. I'm not gonna say who he is, but one day he hit me up and he was just like, he asked me for like Roxy, and I was like,
Stinky said.
I was like,
I got rum.
I don't know how his name.
I got rum cakes.
I had to be like, I said, you mean Oxycontin?
Right, that's exactly what he meant.
Yeah, I was like,
old school ass. He said word.
I was like, nah, bro, I don't
know
nobody who do that.
Me neither.
I said, I'm from Carroll City. Like, we got weed, we got coke.
That's facts.
Like,
and we drink.
I know some people like that.
Right.
But that, all the pills and the ecstasy and all that.
Fuck with all that.
That was in Kendall.
That's Kendall kids. Word.
I was over here in Kendall.
All day. Yeah, I didn't fuck with it, but it was all day.
In Westchester.
And Westchester.
Over there to the
That's some good shit, man.
But yeah, nah, man. That's just the kind, I don't know.
You know Denzel Curry?
Yeah.
I mean, he's super dope.
Not like, hey Denzel, what's up?
Yeah. You like his, but I'm saying,
no, I did the tour out for one of his 2055.
I love Denzel. I just think he's dope. He's different. He's dope.
Yeah, like people. Yeah, there were a couple of people that were like, yo, you guys got a link. Because,
he's dope,
we went
man.
to the same school. We from the same neighborhood.
Oh, word? I know you from Carroll City, but I didn't know you went to the same school. But I just like that he's different. He sounds lyrical. He's just dope, man. I just like that. You know what I'm saying? He don't sound like his generation. Everyone around here wants to sound the same. They think there's a little simple formula to make it. Hate that shit. To make it, be original, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would definitely say he is, from what I saw, it's very focused. Like
super.
Yeah, we were working on the art for that. Like he draws too. Like he
word?
Yeah,
that's dope.
I went over there to meet him. He's like, yeah, we were recording a song. He's like, yo, you gonna come through? Yeah, all right, came through. And he's like, yo, you want to hear what we did? And I'm like, sure. I'm waiting for him to pull up Pro Tools or some shit. He goes to his phone, and I see the orange and white. I said, is that SoundCloud? He's like, yeah. I was like, you just uploaded it? He's like, yeah. We ain't fucking around.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that's
we ain't fucking around.
I said, that's why we can't fuck with y'all.
Yeah, but my son, only 22, when he was fucking 17, 18, like, yo, I got this SoundCloud rapper named Denzel Curry. I'm like, what do you mean SoundCloud rapper? I wasn't even I get two fucks about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't give a fuck about the computer at all. And he shows me, he's JID. Everyone that I know who I like, he put me on to when he was 13, 14 years old. SoundCloud rappers. Now they're huge. JID is off the chain. Denzel, I heard all his names before they became big. And I was like, damn, SoundCloud really, because those kids look for them.
Was the shit.
A lot of kids look for them.
Yo,
that's
man,
what it is.
See,
they do their homework. They do due diligence. And I'm like, that's dope.
They're in that phase that I was in when I found the common.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I
got it.
Wanted to
dig in. No, and that's dope that they do that though. I'm saying.
Right.
That's
So
dope.
it's like whenever I hear people be like, "Oh, the younger rappers did," I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Right.
They'd be like, "Oh, there's no good new artists." I was like, "You don't know." I'd be like, "What about this person?" They'd be like, "I never heard of that." I said, "What about this person?" I never heard of that. I was like, "What about this person?" "Oh no, I don't know." You don't know anything. You just so out of touch with, you don't know where to look for stuff no more.
Facts.
You go find out.
I tell you about a new artist right now. Let's see what he says.
That's
No,
who?
X?
You can't. You listen.
Eddie doesn't know.
I'm annoyed with a lot of these new artists. Annoyed,
who's the one you love to
My
hate?
worst pet peeve MC right. Or
I gotta tell you about him right now. I have to say something.
Not an MC, little rapper. That I cannot stand his his music.
What's his name?
I don't know him personally. I don't know him personally, so I can't say the man. His music, horrible. 21 Savage. I think that guy's trash.
Guess what? He just did this album. They call R&B album, right?
Your favorite artist did a song.
They call him R&B album. You heard? I listen to it. He's not singing R&B, but he's rapping over R&B songs that are just remixed the beats of R&B songs. 90 R&B songs. I'm not lying to you.
And he sound like Droopy Dog on all of them.
Wait, you thought he sounded slow on hip hop beats? Imagine R&B beats. R&B beats. I'm talking about 70 BPMs.
Listen, I saw this man. He was on. If I'm not wrong, I think he performed on the Grammys. If I'm not wrong.
He probably did. I'm not mad at 21. He is
with some African dude that did a song with Brandy or used Brandy's old one of our.
I'm trying to tell you his whole album's R&B.
Well, okay,
R&B
so
songs.
I think it was that one.
It's gotta be.
It was one of the songs.
It's gotta be.
He's on it. He's on the stage and just standing there, like just. Horrible. Everyone else is moving. They doing their thing. He's like this, and then his last word or whatever, he does one of them little kicks. I said, "Yo, this guy's garbage. Get him off stage. What are you doing on stage?" that really burns me.
Just because of my time, he can talk about this all night. Yeah, I have to ask. I got to give you one more comment out of you before we go.
Oh, it's over.
It's an hour here. Trust me.
Did we get a good one?
This is great.
Good.
I don't think we got you.
I just want to ask you
what you've been talking
if you can
with any other somebody that interviewed.
I just want to get a comment from you on if you have one on what you feel on our 30-year anniversary, on Crazy Hood 30-year anniversary, just us being together as long as we have, and just the accomplishments we've done, and just like what do you have any little angle you can throw on that?
It's insane.
I got that.
Bro. I've never seen from the first time I came across you guys. I was like, wow, like I never seen anybody moving like that, like really unified. You know, he's got a hell of a business acumen.
Bird.
And I like it because you guys have been fucking with each other for a long time.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's amazing. I think it's great. And even though some of you guys, have went off into different areas with what you're doing with your life, and you still tethered. Right, still connected.
Correct.
And and even this right here, I had to be like, oh damn, I've known you guys.
Still family.
How long? So I think it's amazing. I think I don't know anybody else doing it like that.
We don't. I ask you.
I try to think of it.
I'm asking you not in an arrogant sense, just because you fam. I just want to see what your perception is on us. We just think we don't think what other people say. We're like we accept. We're like thank you, but I'm asking From an outside looking in.
So like, you know okay, boom, like you like my drunk cousins doing what y'all do.
What we love to do.
But it's like me with artwork. People be like, oh, you're a legend, you're this, that, and the third. Like some things I just look at
you're like, good, thanks, cool.
I did a job. Like, okay,
cool. I did what I like to do also.
But at the same time, like, there's the other side of like, you may have inspired. And
without us even knowing,
we don't get to see the other side.
Correct.
Of someone else is seeing.
Correct.
To the point where if an official is like, yo, let's give y'all a day. Let's give y'all the key to the city because I've been seeing y'all doing stuff for the day.
Yeah, that was insane.
We were dumbfounded. We were dumbfounded at that. We were dumbfounded.
That was crazy.
We went in each other's ear. We were like, why are they giving us the key? You know what I'm saying? We felt that. You think?
G was like, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. I'm like.
Word up, and we all got one.
And I'm like,
there's 11 of us.
Fire. So when he gave me the coin, I was just like,
hard. That's what we told. Listen, you officials crazy hood. You know this. You official crazy hood fan. If you got that coin, which we ain't never told anybody, and you just mentioned that means you official, nigga. Trust. No one got that but you and crazy and the rest of us. That's it. So you understand? Facts. So
and before we even close this out,
right?
I want everybody to know that there's 6-7 people that listen to us.
Right, 8.
You're right. This man right here has done covers for these rappers.
I didn't bring it up because
I know
everyone has asked him.
You're right. But
I'd rather ask him if he eats ass.
It's not even about asking him. I want everyone to know.
No, everyone needs to know the legend that he is.
You did the Tribe Called Quest cover. Right?
Yes, sir. Eminem.
Beats Rhymes in Life, yeah.
Yes. Eminem's.
Not the cover, but all the artwork for Slim Shady LP.
For the LP, yes.
On the inside.
And first D12 single, Shit on You.
Super hard.
Bomb. And then he did Crazy Hood.
You did our first album. You did our first album. The All.
Who's Crazy? The Alliance.
You did Garcia.
Which the dude you drew, we name him Norman, and he's legendary because he's in everything we do. He was on the Offense album. He's on Garcia's album. You dig?
So you know.
You a legend.
And then Drink Champs logo.
The Drink Champs logo.
The famous Drink Champs
and
logo.
the Sports Champs logo. Let's go.
Like I could go in a lot of places and be like, yo, Drink Champs. People be like, I love that logo.
Now you know me, bitch.
Yeah. See, we tried to get you doing
Yo,
you're too expensive.
And the Smoke Champs.
We couldn't afford them.
We couldn't afford you. But we had you in mind.
Drink Champs, Smoke Champs, Sport Champs.
Yeah.
You did all the champs.
We know.
Just the
Floss a little bit. Floss a little bit. We got you.
Huh?
We understand.
That's right. Scan the champ.
Scan the champ, kid. We just want to say we appreciate you. We love you. You're always crazy hood, man. You don't ever fucking second guess that like you did earlier. We don't like that shit. You family.
Anytime you want to promote whatever you want,
you bring it over here, man. We talk about it. You already know.
Yeah. I'll let y'all hear that.
Alex, since you're our main editor guy, and this is the man right here. He does the man. Make it look beautiful. He makes us look beautiful.
Right.
All that.
Well, me, you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. It's just
right.
But I want, if you can, put his artwork.
When you edit this, we gotta put his. We gotta see what he can his history.
See it and know exactly where this man put his fucking artwork and where he touched.
But you know that's forget we friends. We know that, but we brought you also for the legend side. All these people these young kids who don't know who the fuck Scam is, they might see every logo you've ever done in your motherfucking life and never even questioned who did that work. Because people don't give two fucks. They just like something and they move on. They're only intrigued for 3 minutes. And no, the new generation. They have ADD. They see something for 3 minutes, they love it. Now what's the next thing you got?
I mean, not for nothing, there's so much shit coming at them.
Yes, I know. There's a lot of shit.
I get it.
There's a lot of shit to dig through.
We still used to,
but I still need to let them know what they're looking at. You understand?
Like
they still should know.
Now it's a post.
Now it's a post.
Yeah. But for the fucking 5-6 million viewers a week who see that logo,
I've been fortunate.
You the man.
I've been fortunate to be connected to a lot of like big guys like
you connected.
E.M.
Right.
Denzel, Dizzy Rice,
Super dope. Super dope.
Boris.
Beats in the Hood, mostly Beats in the Hood, mostly.
Didn't you do
Beats
some
in the
work
Hood.
for Ill Bill too?
Ill Bill, yeah,
Word.
Of course, yeah,
Word.
for sure.
I'm sure you did way more than we've even mentioned.
And,
we haven't even touched the surface. We just wanted to bring a couple things to light.
Yeah.
Give you your flowers, let you know you're the man.
Some shit I be forgetting about.
I'm sure.
I'm
sure.
I've been doing this since I was a kid, man.
Yeah, it's love. We appreciate you, my G. We appreciate you, and we think your craft is hella ill. Even your rhyming is hella ill. Not just your artwork. You as a person, as an artist, you illmatic. Scam everybody. If y'all don't know, look up the motherfucking goddamn name. Do your goddamn homework. If he sounds like Tupac, let him be. He's not Tupac.
I heard the underground joint.
You smell me?
Scam.
You all know that stand joint from Eminem. Listen, big Scam in the house. We appreciate you. We will see y'all next time. Grumpy OG, Hannibal Heck, Eddie the Ass Eater, kind of. We out. Peace. It's been a minute.